likes Fridays. They like the middle seat. The Pope likes aliens, and the cat chose the roof. The decline of decision-making, coming up next on Sick Sad Society.
Welcome back to Sick Sad Society, the show where every week I read the news and quietly understand why ancient civilizations just stopped building things and walked into the ocean. Now, I want to say this up front, none of today's stories matter. Not one of them will improve your life, but taken together, they paint a very clear picture of where we are as a species. And that picture is confused, overconfident, and deeply offended about airplane seating. Let's go. So let's start light. According to a very serious article, which means someone with a clipboard needed content, your favorite day of the week apparently reveals deep truths about who you are as a person, not your actions, not your morals, not how you treat service workers. No, so if you like Friday, you're optimistic. If you like Monday, you're driven. If you like Sunday, you're reflective. Or, and hear me out, you're just reacting to capitalism and exhaustion just like the rest of us. Because here's the thing, nobody likes days. You like the absence of obligation, myself especially. Nobody wakes up and says, oh, thank God it's Wednesday. The vibes are immaculate. No one. You like Friday because work is ending. You like Sunday because denial is still intact. You like Monday if you're a psychopath or a LinkedIn influencer. And we do this every year. We invent fake personality systems because we're terrified of silence. Astrology wasn't enough. Myers-Briggs wasn't enough. Now it's like, oh, you like Thursdays? That means you fear intimacy. No, it means I have a dentist appointment on Tuesday and Thursday feels safe. Next story. All right, let's scale this up, way up. Apparently, according to UFO researchers, a group famous for never overreacting, the Vatican may be preparing for first contact with aliens, which is incredible because we can't even agree on parking rules. But hey, the idea is if aliens show up, the church wants to be ready, spiritually, theologically, and of course, brand-wise, which honestly, I respect the PR instinct. I kind of do. But because if aliens land tomorrow, half the planet's going to scream, see, I told you. And the other half is going to ask, are they here to kill us? Right? That's all that's going to happen. And let's be clear. If aliens are watching us, they're most certainly not impressed. They're not studying our science. They're not watching TikTok videos. They're observing a species that built nuclear weapons and still can't board an airplane without screaming. And also, let's say aliens do show up. Do you think they're landing gently in a cornfield? Or do you think they're hovering for 5 minutes, watching us argue about seating assignments on an airplane and then going, nah? Option B. Next story. The cat that clung to a car roof for 100 miles. Wow. Did you see National Lampoon's Vacation when they had the dog tied to the back of the car? This has that vibe written all over it. I love it. So let's talk about this cat. A family drove over 100 miles with their pet cat, clinging to the roof of the car. Not inside, not in a carrier. It was actually on the roof. And they didn't notice. How did you not notice? Where's Mr. Fluffies? What? All right, listen. I don't care how busy you are. I don't care if you've got kids, jobs, podcasts, trauma. At some point, you look in the mirror or you hear a noise or think, why does the car feel alive? No, they don't. They didn't do any of that. The cat rode the wind like a war veteran. And I love that the cat survived because now this animal has stories. The cat is never going back to a litter box quietly. That cat has seen things, right? Also, I love how we treat this like an inspirational story. People online are saying, it's a miracle. No, it's a warning, all right? That cat had two options, trust humans or take control. Next story. All right, let's talk about the most dangerous place on earth, a commercial airline. specifically the middle seat. You know, the middle seat, the seat where you don't get an armrest, that seat where you can't see what's going on out the window and you can't get to the bathroom easy through the aisle. A passenger was asked to take the middle seat. It became a full-blown incident. I won't say the airline. All right, so I get it, right? The middle seat, it's punishment. Like I said, it's a nightmare. Nobody wants it. You don't get any leg room. You get absorbed into two strangers like an airline hostage. But here's the thing. No one wants to admit. Flying sucks. It's always sucked, and it's never not sucked. And it's worse now because they charge you just to take your luggage with you. When in the history of man have we ever traveled and not taken our stuff with us? Like, I paid $100 and now I'm uncomfortable sitting in this middle seat between these two people. Well, yeah, that's the deal. You're not on a journey. We're being shipped like cargo on our way to be taken somewhere. The cargo with options. That's what you are. You're cargo with options. You can bring your own bag or you can bring no bag. Anyway, and the aliens, they're watching this part very, very closely. I promise you are, because if you can't sit quietly between two strangers for a couple hours, next story. All right, let's end this just because. All right, balance is restored finally with this story. Khloé Kardashian has announced that no men are allowed in her bed. I'm out of luck then, I guess. Just her child, her space, her rules. And honestly, after everything we just covered, this is the most rational decision in the episode. No men, no crumbs, no emotional labor at 2 o'clock in the morning. That bed is now a sovereign nation. And the internet, of course, reacted like this was a policy statement. She's healing. She's protecting her space. She's traumatized. She's definitely that. Or maybe she's just, I don't know, tired. Maybe after years of chaos, public scrutiny, and very loud men, she thought, I would like to sleep uninterrupted. And frankly, good for her, right? If you're with me and you're my girlfriend, I'm happy for you to sleep in the bed. I'm sleeping in a different bed because I want to sleep. Anyway, if a cat can cling to a roof for 100 miles and the Pope might be prepping aliens, and grown adults are fist fighting over seat assignments, yeah, lock the bed. Lock the bed. All right, so what did we learn today? Your personality is now a calendar preference. Aliens are probably judging us. Cats are more resilient than people. Airplanes expose the collapse of social contracts. And personal boundaries are the real luxury item. This has been Success Society, where none of this makes sense, but all of it feels correct.